I've never done this before. Can you go to the app stuff? Change it? Well, that way you can get the names of them better, right? So out. Ready to start. If you have the time ready to go. Doritos last name. I don't know. This was with M&M. Go, Reynolds!
Go, Robin! Let's go, boys!
All right, and we're underway here in the BC AAA Boys High School Provincial Championship game between the Reynolds Roadrunners and the Royal Bay Ravens, both from Victoria. My name is Brent Sweeney. I'm here with Gary Atwall. Should be an exciting game here, Gary. The third time these teams have played one another so far this season. Reynolds were victorious in their league game. They won the Vancouver Island Championship in penalty kicks over the Ravens to book their spot here as the Island number one.
It's always tough to do the job 3 times, so it'll be one of those games that could come down to one mistake or one moment of brilliance from either side.
Reynolds are the defending champs, kind of 1.5 time defending champs. They were the coastal champions 2 years ago when we had a abbreviated tournament due to some weather issues. Last year they defeated the Argyle Pipers on penalty kicks. And they're back in the championship game here, looking for their 3rd provincial title. This will be Royal Bay's first ever soccer title, a relatively new school.
If you are watching wondering, Royal Bay had to flip their jerseys inside out as there was a color conflict between the purple and the black. So if you're at home watching, Royal Bay is in white and Reynolds in black.
Yeah, so unfortunately it might take us a bit to get some of the names of the Royal Bay players here as we struggle to find the numbers here. Chance here now. No handball. Good no call there by Miskin. Nick Miskin's our referee here. In the middle, and a very experienced official. This is his 3rd provincial championship game.
Yeah, yep.
Bob Jett is our far side assistant, and then we have the always fashionable Maurizio Martinello, our near side AR. He's not wearing pink today. He's wore a lot of pink uniforms in the middle yesterday, but Nick is not a fan of that color, so
Yeah, pulled rank with that as one in the middle, right?
there's a corner kick for Reynolds to start here. Ball knocked in the box. Jesus saves there. Oh, and it's played back across goal in the penalty area, still bouncing around. That is one player that we do know for the Ravens, Jesus Pintos Carrasco. The goalie's had a very strong tournament.
He did well against Argyle. He was able to command his box, came out and caught a lot of crosses. I think he got very many second chances in that big win over Argyle, where they scored with under 5 to go to beat Argyle, who finished second last year, losing to, like as you said, losing to Reynolds on penalties. That win over Argyle gave them the commanding spot in their group, and
Royal Bay certainly made things difficult for themselves. They needed a late equalizer against McMath to defeat the Wildcats, or sorry, to place ahead of the Wildcats in their group. And they also scored a late winner against Argyle, as Gary just pointed out. So,
and even their first game was a slim 1-0 win over
Sahali. There's Reynolds here now. Ball knocked across.
Good job, Nicky!
It's gonna be another corner kick for the Roadrunners. Number 7 for Reynolds over to take this. We've got Corral Agmadi.
The target for Reynolds here will be Tevin Williams in the back of the box here. Tevin Williams. I think he's got his head on the end of a couple of set pieces that they have had in the tournament so far.
Scary moment for the Reynolds coach, J.J. Atterbury, yesterday. Actually, he thought that Tavin Williams had picked up his third caution in their semifinal victory over Vancouver College. But some quick work by the administrative staff here of the tournament. Let JJ know that you actually only picked up his second caution. Then JJ did go home and watch their first game of the tournament, where
he thought he had picked up that
extra caution. Tavin was adamant that he had not, and he was correct. So JJ perhaps getting a little forgetful in his old age. He's a very experienced coach here now. He's been to the tournament many times, but senility is creeping in here perhaps.
He was already game planning on how to deal with the loss of his captain, center back.
There's 10 now for the Roadrunners. Nicholas Hallam. Goes out, going to be
Nicholas Hallam's had quite the tournament. He's scored quite a few goals for the.
He's definitely got a couple here for the Roadrunners.
And he's the player they look for to create.
Reynolds always a very composed team in possession. Strength of their academy.
Yeah, they have the ability they hold shape well. They know where one another's going to be.
Oh, it's a great tackle. Great tackle by the Royal Bay center back on number 19, Guilherme Montenegro Uvaldo.
I do remember Nicholas Hallam from last year. He never got one for them in the.
He may have. That is a name that I recognize.
Yeah, from last year's tournament.
Coach McDonald there also for the Reynolds. He also coaches their girls team. Each of the Royal Bay coaches are just.
The patience that Reynolds has with the ball is probably next to none in this tournament.
Royal Bay, though, also Gary in their games, very very calm and composed as well on the ball. So this should be a good match. So we're joined in the booth here now by our referee allocator and coordinator here, Angelo Polici. He's done a great job of setting things up in not only this tournament this year, but the AA event earlier this week, which was won by the Mulgrave Titans. He's been a fixture here at Burnaby Lakes. I think he actually lives. He's got a little apartment down below in one of the crawl spaces.
I think he actually told the officials that no pink in the final. So it was actually his call.
Davin Williams imploring his teammates to keep possession. Andrew, what are your thoughts in sort of how do you pick the referees for the final game?
I go through you and Steve. You are my mentors. See those white houses below the tents?
Oh yeah.
Where the bus
Yeah, we'll zoom in on your house later.
yeah. I was feeling like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had Theo had a hockey game this morning. He's got a summer game at 1. So I'll probably head out before you guys do. It's been a nice week though, eh?
The weather's been fantastic here this week.
It's a big difference as opposed to last year.
Yeah,
Pouring rain last
not
year.
often that we get such good conditions here
Just
at this
for
time of year.
parents, kids, everybody.
First foul of the game called by Miskin here, and Reynolds will have a free kick into the attacking third. We've got the head coach of Royal Bay. Is John Meny. I don't have the other name. They didn't unfortunately put their coaches' names on the team sheet in the spot where that goes, but that's okay. Chance here for the Roadrunners. High floating ball knocked in. Ooh. I think there might be an injury here for Reynolds, number 11. Looks like he's into a discomfort. Karam Lalu. Again, names if we...
I think that might have been 17.
17?
Yeah.
Sorry, 17. Aiden Ryder, if that was the case. If we butcher any names, we apologize for that. That's a good tackle. Well won there by Hallam. Wouldn't be surprised if... Oh, no, Miskin didn't call that back.
He's let him play.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got possession and he stopped the game there. And
Williams content to
argue
get the
that
ball across to his...
Royal Bay was content to have Williams keep the ball back there. They've dropped their lines, get organized.
You can really see right now, Gary pans the cameras, the two lines of four that Royal Bay are playing. They're 4-4-2. Reynolds in more of a 4-3-3-8. Yeah, as one of the fans below just mentioned there, the patience they have, content to keep possession, work the ball at the field methodically. Bit of a misfire on that cross in. There's an advantage here now for Royal Bay as they regain possession and move forward.
You can see Royal Bay's looking for that. Royal Bay's letting Reynolds keep the ball in their own half there and trying to win that first ball, being driven in their back line.
As you mentioned there earlier, so Royal Bay or Reynolds, they did defeat Vancouver College 2-1 in their semifinal yesterday to book their spot. Royal Bay defeated Centennial
Also 2-1 in
2-1
overtime.
in overtime. Chance here now. Ooh, well caught by the keeper from Reynolds. Keigo Uchida. We played 12 and a half minutes here in the BC AAA Boys High School Provincial Championship Final. Game between the all Victoria final between the Royal Bay Ravens and the Reynolds Roadrunners. A lot of alliteration too there, Gary.
Yeah. Yep.
Should mention just a couple other members of the team here that have been involved this week. So myself, Stephen Burns, who's unable to be in the booth with us today, as well our tournament medical chief, Jonathan Figueroa, who will be joining us later. He's coaching his son's U12 game right now. And then Julie Stevens, our rep from BC School Sports, making sure that everything is on the up and up in that regard.
We haven't really had to call on Jonathan too much in this tournament. I think there was one major injury where I saw him leave the office, but other than that, he's kind of in his home base.
Yeah, we had one broken collarbone, but overall, really, Gary, the tournament too, from a discipline standpoint, has been really good. We had knock on wood here, but no straight red cards in 40 games of high school soccer is pretty impressive. Several teams with only one caution, one team with no caution. So it's been a very, very well played tournament in terms of sportsmanship and fair play, which is always good to see.
Well, we gotta applaud Angelo here for providing us with the officials that can, control the match like
keep
that.
Control of the game for sure.
Without having to give out cards.
Yeah. Here's Reynolds now, forward again. Royal Bay tough to break down. Perhaps the Royal Bay fortunate there not to give away at least a free kick there. And behind us on field one in the other live stream game, we've got the Centennial Centaurs against the Vancouver College Fighting Irish. Centennial leads 1-0 there in the bronze medal match. Oh, ball back post! Jesus gets a paw on that one. Bit of a awkward ball for the goalie to deal with there.
Yeah, he's kind of spun off the foot there.
Again, we've got Royal Bay in white, not their traditional purple kit, which they had to turn inside out due to a color conflict with Reynolds. And Reynolds in the black. We're at Burnaby Lake West, field number 3 here in the very nice Burnaby Lake West Sports Complex. 5 turf fields. The traditional home of the BC High School Boys Provincial Soccer Championships. Christine Sinclair Center in the background. Her final 2 international matches coming up here.
Yeah.
Victoria and Vancouver.
The Upper Bowl is open at BC Place for that one, I believe.
Tickets still available.
Yeah, I think so.
Angelo, you going?
Yes.
Yes.
I think he's in the middle.
Will you be on the?
No, not on the floor.
Not on the floor. Angelo, not only does he provide us the referees here, but he's also in charge of providing assistance or making sure the referees at the Vancouver Whitecaps games are taken care of. So if you see a fifth official. Best seat in the house, though. Right in between the 2 sets of the 2 teams. No real chances for either team here, Gary.
No, just a couple of half chances for Reynolds on a couple of crosses, but again, Jesus has done well with the crosses, just like against Argyle. It kind of plays into I think what Royal Bay wants. Trust him back there in net.
Yeah.
Reynolds, keep pushing.
Yeah, and that's kind of been Royal Bay's style here in this tournament. They haven't, scored a ton of goals.
No.
They've scored timely goals. They've done what they needed to do to get through, and relied on their, strong defending and very capable goalie to keep them in games here. And we're seeing that in the final here. Reynolds has been unable so far to really get any solid chances in the first 17 and a half minutes.
It's very much a game of teams that have seen each other a few times this year, right? You can see Royal Bay knows when to drop off.
That's a nice touch there. That touch just gets away. Jesus off his line. Ooh, does well to cut the angle down.
Done well there.
Nice hit there from Daniel Emery. Nicholas Haslam putting him through.
That's the first time really Royal Bay's been exposed a little bit like that with a counterattack and not really the way Reynolds plays.
Williams so strong in the back for Reynolds winning that battle, knocking the ball forward. Here's space now for the left back of the Roadrunners. Number 7, Ogmati. That's a great tackle. And a good ball, yes. Some space here now, perhaps, on the left wing for Royal Bay. Ball knocked through. Ooh, just unable to get on the end of that. All right. Thanks, Ange.
Thanks for everything.
Enjoy the Grandsons hockey game.
Thanks, buddy. Take care, guys. We'll see you soon.
Blair Shire, tournament photographer, just at the bottom of your screen there. He's got a lens the size of my leg. In our earlier placing games today, we had in 16th place North Peace. 15th was Sahali. 14th was Port Moody. 13th was Walnut Grove. In 12th, we had Lord Tweedsbury. 11th was McMath. 10th was Kitsilano. And in 9th place was Fleetwood Park. There's a substitution here taking place for the Ravens. But again, unfortunately, we can't see the numbers of the players.
Can't quite identify the players.
So it's very difficult for us to be able to do that, unfortunately.
Looks like it might be due to injury. Got players
behind us over. It looks like on field 2 we've got a penalty kick that's been awarded.
That'd be the second penalty for Argyle in that game.
I'm hearing some. No, that looks like it's penalty for Burnaby.
Oh, second half.
South. Yeah, in the second half. At halftime, Gary, the teams, they switch sides.
I just forgot that this game is a delayed start for the final.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
20 minutes into the final here, it's been a pretty even game. No great chances. I guess the one half breakaway that we had for Reynolds so far.
Yeah.
As the legs start to tire, this is the 5th game in 3 days.
Yeah.
You can see maybe see some more chances opening up as the legs start to tire.
Yeah, it's a tough ask for the boys here in terms of the amount of running they have to do. Burnaby South did score their penalty kick, so that game over there for 5th and 6th place is now tied at 1-1 between Burnaby South and Argyle. Ooh, that's going to be a caution. You can see that was number 5, Ricardo Luis Van Noblock. Lucky to not go in the book there, I think.
So.
Yeah,
I'd say so.
And that...
Maybe it just sounded worse than it was to us. We're not as close as the official was, so...
Here's Ogmati now for the Roadrunners to knock this ball in with his left foot. I like in-swingers from this spot here, but let's see what Ogmati can do here. Driven a little more. Defended well by the Ravens. Reynolds still in possession in a dangerous spot here. Yeah, he's going to call it for dangerous play, sitting on the ball there. Reynolds got to be careful not to pick up a silly caution for standing in front of the free kick as it's being taken. We're trying to mention some of our sponsors here, Gary. We've got BC Dairy, proud sponsor of BC School Sports. And on behalf of BC Dairy Farmers, they're dedicated to supporting student athletes across the province and building lasting relationships within their communities. Also, Uber. Uber is proud to announce Uber Teen Accounts, which is a linked Uber account for your teen with tractable trips and highly rated drivers. Also, a promotion that's happening now. Receive 60% off your next 3 rides with Uber Teen Accounts when using the promo code BC Teen Fall 23.
What's that?
Also,
what's that code again?
BC Teen Fall 23, all caps. And then the 3 students that take the most trips are eligible to receive prizes of up to $800. So BC Teen Fall 23, Uber, a new partner with BC School Sports.
It's great to see the growth and the partnerships that BC School Sports is developing with the local businesses and communities that we engage with around here.
Yeah, our first bit of possession that Royal Bay has had in some sustained possession in the Reynolds half of the field here. Ball knocked forward here. A looping ball dealt well by Williams in the back for Reynolds. Williams' partner at center back there, Matthias Emery. Chance here for Royal Bay, who have been fairly deadly on free kicks and corners thus far this tournament here, Gary.
Yeah, I think that's how they scored their 2 goals against, or at least the second goal against Centennial, I think off a free kick.
It was a free kick, yes.
Yeah, in overtime.
Yeah.
So again, an organized team on set pieces.
They're going to go short. I'll just draw on that one. They are going to go short. That's great defending by number 8 from Reynolds there, Isaac Dams. Oh, win it back. Ball knocked across goal. And Williams knocks it over the bar. Out for another corner kick for the Ravens.
Yeah, got to be careful dribbling in your own third there. Reynolds got caught with ball in possession.
Dams did well there to shut down that short corner, but Royal Bay was able to win the ball back, and that certainly was their most dangerous opportunity of the game.
Yeah, for sure. That's probably the most dangerous opportunity period. But how that ball ended up going over the bar from that tight was well dealt with, I guess.
Ooh, bouncing ball. Still here. Ooh. Okay. I think a good no call there by Miskin. Oh, that's probably going to be Matty there. Okay, well that's one each for each teams that I probably would have put in the book, but
I think that's what that might be what the officials telling them right there is that that's one each, and
just before that on that bouncing ball there, I think Miskin did a good job. No, not a free kick. The Reynolds defender's arm was near his body in a natural position, a justifiable position.
There's
Williams again.
Very similar to the shout that Reynolds had for their own, right? Like there's no attempt at the ball.
The ball certainly was
the
playing the hand.
Exactly. Yeah. And the hand was in tight, so.
Williams there, another header away. 4th corner kick in quick succession here.
Yeah, this is a good bit of possession or good, deep
see
in
if
the
they can do something here.
26 short again.
26 minutes into the first half. BC AAA Boys High School Provincial Soccer Championship final. Here at Burnaby Lake West, I'm Brent Sweeney with Gary Outwall. Bouncing ball. Daniel Emery trying to get on the end of that. It's a great job by one of the Royal Bay players whose number we don't know. Two 35-minute halves we play in high school at the high school provincial championships, followed by 2 7.5 overtimes if necessary, and then penalty kicks.
confidence of Royal Bay has grown as they had a bit of possession. Now you can see them knocking the ball around with a bit more purpose.
Uchida does very, very well to come out for Reynolds there. Sure-handed. Well done. Yeah, just noticing the shape and spacing that Reynolds has here. And they're being allowed to take this space here as well, right? Royal Bay happy to. They're not going to chase, right? They're not chasing here. They're content to keep their defensive lines intact.
They almost pull Williams out to a right back when in possession, and then bring it back to a center back as they defend.
Yeah. Looking to perhaps get him involved down the wing.
I think from service from that wing. I'm assuming, right, get him onto his stronger foot and have him whipping some dangerous crosses. And now here he is tucked right back in.
Yeah, Royal Bay coming into the game a bit here, Gary.
Yeah.
It certainly was
a little bit of possession and the corners. Heading them back with confidence grows.
A couple of free kicks that they've earned, and just unnecessary ones really for Reynolds and in that part of the park there to concede. That ball hit right at Uchida. Well, just didn't fall for the Royal Bay midfielder here.
Ooh. Good touch by Uchida there off the chest.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. Again, here we see Royal Bay dropping back defensively. Just over 5 minutes to go here in the first half. BC AAA Boys High School Provincial Championship game. Brent Sweeney with Gary Atwell.
Yeah, they found Williams on that right back position, I think, and they're trying to get him to get the park there a bit, right? You get this line is Royal Bay's dropped 6.
Yeah, they got
6 across the line here.
It's a row of 6 with a square in the middle here, and that's just difficult to break down.
Yeah.
Maybe they sense they have an advantage. Uchida now will knock that ball forward. Not a bad idea though for Reynolds though, if they can get that ball over the top of the Royal Bay midfield line to start, and then you're able to build your attack just by coming up against those 4 defenders.
They're very one-on-one across the back there when as they invite the pressure almost from the Reynolds players to just keep inching forward.
Yeah, just a long ball, perhaps in frustration, getting knocked forward. 1-on-4 there. Even if Reynolds was able to get on the end of that, there's no support, no help. See what Reynolds does. If they'll chase her, they'll be content to. Yeah.
Good pressure, Jacob. Good pressure. Yes.
Ooh. I would Reynolds or Royal Bay center back would like a little bit more, maybe another shot at that one. But just too straight of a ball.
Yeah, too direct.
Straight to Uchida. Moments of excitement here, Gary, but largely this has been a fairly nondescript half.
Yeah, it's been a battle. It's been just a cagey little battle of a chess almost there. Who's going to make a mistake?
In the AA final that took place on Wednesday between the Mulgrave Titans and Windsor Wolves, it was a bit of a similar affair. The first half was not a lot of chances, not a lot of opportunities for teams. Fairly tight defensively, and then things opened up in the second half. 2 goals apiece, and we ended up going to penalty kicks. So we'll see what the second half here has. We've got 3 minutes left in the first half. Right now, 35 minutes to go, or 35-minute halves that we play here. Might be a difficult one for Uchida to deal with, but he does very well.
Very confident with his
very,
feet.
very confident.
He's very confident with his feet.
So that's good stuff right there. And behind us on field one, the Centennial Centaurs have doubled their lead against the Vancouver College Fighting Irish in their bid for the bronze medal today.
And an interesting twist as we enter this tournament, Royal Bay actually had the exact same group as last year, just different seating within that group, I believe it was, right?
The spots of the teams are a little different. But yeah, the exact same group, different result as Royal Bay came out on top as different than Argyle. So Holly McMath ended up in the same spot that they did last year.
It's a bit of a quiet final as well, with no local team, as it's an all-island final. Usually, like last year, couple of years, we've had a Piper out with Argyle, right? So
the Argyle Reynolds games the last 2 years they've been piped in. There's Williams now for the Roadrunners. He's going to try and let that ball run out. Oh no, he picks it up late. Does well to find his right winger. Ball knocked across here to Guilherme Montenegro Uvaldo. I'd like to see Reynolds get the ball to their wingers here, Gary.
Yeah. The patience is great to have, but I think at times
some space here now.
They just come back too often, maybe.
Pragmati. Start to put. Here's Montenegro. Uvaldo here for Reynolds. That ball knocked in by Pragmati. There's space back post. The header knocked out for a goal kick.
Royal Bay's an organized side here, and they're very comfortable with Reynolds keeping the ball in their own half. So at some point, Reynolds is likely going to have to push the pace a little bit as to when they start to attack, as opposed to sitting back and going.
Yeah. Substitution here for Reynolds. Guilherme Montenegro Uvaldo is out, and number 11, Karam Lalu, is back into the game. Long ball knocked forward. Williams, as he's done all tournament, heads to his teammate. Chase McKinnon for. Nick got in the way. Nice touch, though, from Miskin, our referee. Nick Miskin, our man in the middle.
Yeah, he's done well with that.
Maurizio Martinello, our near side assistant referee. Bob Jett on the far side.
AR's got 2 feet on the field. Shouldn't be happening, but
Just allowing our photographer to have a better view.
I think he's trying to get his picture taken on the field.
Madi for Reynolds. We're into added time here now in the first half, Gary. Perhaps a minute of added time played here. I don't think we'll have much more than that.
No injuries, no cautions.
Miskin glances at his watch. Just in this situation there to put a little more pressure. Oh, we don't get quite a minute. All right, so the first half ends.
Reynolds 0, Royal Bay 0. In a very defensive first half, I'd say.
Very defensive, Gary. Yeah, we'll see what the second half has in store for our 2 island teams, 2 Victoria teams. Yeah, it could be an interesting ferry ride home for these 2 teams, as they'll both be heading back to Victoria. Hopefully, we don't have any controversy or drama in the second half, as the BC Ferry staff might be put to work here. Here's our referee crew at halftime. Rachel, he's off to have a cappuccino. Coaching staff of Reynolds talking to their captains.
Just understanding what they see out on the field as opposed to what what they see from the sideline, I'm assuming.
Here's Royal Bay. If I'm Royal Bay, I'm pretty happy right now. Right, you're playing against a team that won their league, won the Islands, defending champions, and here you are at halftime in a 0-0 game.
Yeah, I'm sure if you told Royal Bay coming into this tournament you're gonna head into the second half.
You got 35 minutes to win a banner.
So, yeah,
I think
they
that.
take that. This might be the least ideal matchup for Reynolds. Just a third time facing him. It's always hard to do that job.
It is,
three
for sure.
times, right? So Reynolds probably sitting there thinking as well, oh, we gotta get one past these guys again, right? So it's gonna be a tough one. I'm not sure what the final score. I know Reynolds won that Island Championship in shootout. I'm not sure what the regulation score was.
I don't know.
JJ just told us that they won in shootout.
PKs, yeah.
Is the
That's
result
what we
that we
heard.
got. Yeah.
Island not the greatest at updating their website.
Yeah. South Fraser's usually pretty spot on.
That's Fraser's pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
For those looking for some out-of-town scores, we got Michigan up on Ohio State, 27-24. 8 minutes left in the fourth quarter. That's for their Big Ten title, or to get to the Big Ten title game. Barcelona 1-1 draw this morning against Rayo Vallecano. 2 points dropped.
The bonus coverage here as we'll show you some action over on field number 2.
City Liverpool 1-1 this morning.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's good for Arsenal.
Coach, I was very happy with Newcastle's performance this morning, 4-1 win over Chelsea.
Newcastle. They've done well since they got sold. It's funny how that works.
Since they've been bought. Yeah.
Yeah, whatever, right?
Yeah.
It's amazing how an infusion of...
Although Chelsea struggled since they've had their takeover, right? They've had the new group come in and spent a lot of money, but not getting the results.
their owner is a bit of a interesting...
I
think Chelsea fans would describe him as an interesting fellow.
Arsenal won nothing. Arsenal won nothing, so that was a big draw in the City Liverpool game there. We think that game is 1-1 over on field 2. We've seen one goal apiece for sure.
Coach Rath of Argyle, Coach Robbie Pooney from Burnaby South, both long-time coaches. Down on field number 4, we've got the Panorama Ridge Thunder, Ecole Panorama Ridge Thunder.
Principal Mike Sweeney.
Looks like they just scored.
They may have scored. They are playing for... What are they playing for down there? 6 and 7?
Panorama's playing for 7th and 8th, Gary.
7th and 8th, sorry, 6 and 7.
And that is against Abbotsford.
Abbotsford.
Looks like Panorama Ridge just scored.
That would be an old Fraser Valley battle from the old zones.
Yes.
And another for
Panorama Ridge
down there.
has
Maybe
just scored again.
If this tower could get bonus coverage down there, it looks quite lively right now.
That would be better. Is there a game on field 2? Whoop. It's a foul there. Oh, I thought that's Steve Burns coming back. Yankees jacket.
No, Steve Burns is done for the day.
With the Orca?
With the Orca? Steve Burns, one of the rare provincial tournament MVPs without actually winning the tournament.
Yes.
It's hard to do. Tough to do. Tough to win that MVP
1985?
I think so. I think I was 2.
Richmond Colts.
Yep.
Lost to Sutherland in penalty kicks. It's a very hard tournament to win. That can't be understated. I think a lot of teams that showed up this week felt they had a chance, and it was, as Gary's mentioned, it's a very, very exciting tournament here.
It's one of the most exciting tournaments we've had in a long time. Games coming down to the wire. No pools decided heading into the second day. We're all sitting there talking about the 3-way tie possibilities we might get stuck with.
4-way, there's a chance for a 4-way tie.
Yeah.
Which would have been...
Chaos.
Never gotten to that far in the tiebreaking.
Spiders ready to go.
Teams are making their way back onto the field here. We've got just a referee here. Can't see him. Oh, there he is.
There you go.
Making some small talk with one of the fans here.
The players are ready. We're just waiting for the ref now.
All right, second half about to get underway. BC AAA Boys High School Provincial Soccer Championship game between the Reynolds Roadrunners and the Royal Bay Ravens. An all Victoria, all Island matchup here.
Royal Bay looking for their first soccer provincial title.
Might be that could be their first ever title. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
That's a fairly new school. They haven't been around for that long. I don't know how many blue banners they have, but certainly to win their first soccer title would be an exciting moment. Here's Hallam for Reynolds. Chance now in the box here. Okay, nice bit of defending. Bit of a wild chance here. Chase McKinnon. Some space here. Top of the box. Nice turn. Hit on target. Jesus saves.
That's a positive start for Reynolds right there.
That was a positive start for Reynolds.
A lot more direct.
Yeah, they certainly were taking their patience was key in the first half. I think patience was the name of the game for them, but now it's time to score a goal, right? You don't want to be leaving things up to penalty kicks. You want to leave things to overtime. So put the sort of pedal down here. And
Reynolds has had success in shootouts in provincial finals. They beat Argyle twice, I believe, in penalties.
This is true.
However, I don't think they're playing for penalties.
No.
But they have had success. I don't think they want to leave it to that.
I don't know.
Again.
I haven't seen Uchida, the Reynolds goalie, hasn't been tested with a penalty kick. Hasn't been tested with a penalty kick yet this tournament, but they did defeat Royal Bay in the Island final in PKs. The Reynolds goalie last year, who was the goalie of the tournament, he certainly a very strong lad.
Yeah, he's graduated on. He's off at
UBC. Yes,
UBC,
UBC. Yeah. That's right. He was an intimidating presence back there. I'm Brent Sweeney here with Gary Atwell. We've started the second half here. 0-0 between the Reynolds Roadrunners and the Royal Bay Ravens. Again, mention our tournament staff here and committee. Myself and Gary, along with Stephen Burns, have sort of been running the show. Our tournament medical official, Jonathan Figueroa from St. George's. St. George's didn't make the tournament this year, Gary.
No, but Jonathan always finds a way here. So
yeah. As long as he gets his time off, that's
exactly,
good.
Yeah. I actually saw him at the cross-country provincial championships as well.
Who hosted the cross-country provincials, Gary?
Sullivan Heights.
Oh, it was the Spiders.
Yep. Who are also hosting the AAA girls.
AAA girls will be in Surrey this year, yes.
Soccer provincial championships. It's the first time they will have played.
It's funny how that happens. You host with girls and you get a berth.
Yep.
And then, of course, our BC School Sports representative, Julie Stevens, she's done a wonderful job this week as well in helping with the organizing pre-tournament and during the event as well. So thank you to Julie for all that she's done.
Speaking of Julie, I think she's taking down some BC School Sports signage right now as the flags are coming down as our tournament begins to wrap up here. Well done by Hallam there, yeah. Hallam on the ball. He's done well, Hallam there.
Earning a foul in a dangerous spot. Again, we apologize for not being able to give the names of the Royal Bay players. They had to turn their uniforms inside out to avoid a potential color conflict. Their purple kit was deemed by a referee, Nick Miskin, to be too similar to either the dark blue of Reynolds or the black that they're wearing right now. So we do apologize for not being able to list the names of the Royal Bay players. Here's Hallam for Reynolds. Driven ball. Oh, it looked like a sharp hit there. Karmlalu for Reynolds had that blocked.
Yeah, unfortunately, the color of the uniforms being so close and the socks being the same color, it would have been tough to differentiate there.
Yeah. So this was not ideal for us up in the tower here, but something to be able to get the game on.
It is what it is for us. It's better than pennies.
It is better than pennies, yes. Royal Bay, perhaps in the future, will get a second, be able to bring a second kit.
Yeah, well, they've been 2 years in a row now, so.
Time for the principal, I think, is on site here to buck up here. As it is a requirement. There's Lalu for Reynolds now. Again, content to play back. I like to keep his. Here's Ogmati. And it's a space. Couldn't get the ball back to his favored left foot. And Royal Bay will begin their attack. Here's some space here. Let's see if I can get the number. It looks like number 7. Nolan Thompson for Royal Bay.
Good piece of skill from Nolan.
Yeah, well done by Nolan.
Couple step
Looks
overs.
like number 9, Mateo Henry. Brings it back to number 4, Jacob Thomas. Henry now. That's a good ball. Oh, flicked on.
Yep.
That was a dangerous ball.
Oh, we got Argyle and Burnaby South going to penalties over there.
Penalty kicks over
Or
on
fifth
field
place.
2.
I believe Argyle just missed.
Argyle missed.
Yeah. Interesting, because you don't hear a cheer either way. So.
That was a nice take.
Yeah, that was-
There's Williams for Reynolds, knocking that ball up forward. Chase McKinnon. It's going to be a block throw there, yeah. 17 here on the throw in. Aiden Ryder. Hallam. It's going to be a foul. Tough to argue that one.
A couple of quick observations. It seems like Reynolds is definitely going more direct the second half, and Hallam is pressing a bit higher as well.
I think you're right there, Gary. Here's Hallam now. They brought Tavin Williams forward, number 20. For Reynolds, I'd certainly be looking for him as a target. That's a dangerous ball in. Williams just wide. That was a nice ball that sent in from Hallam there. Williams did well to fake like he was going across goal and then came around behind. So almost a bit of a screen set there.
We got a double substitution for Reynolds here.
It looks like number 8 and number 14 have come out. Chase McKinnon and Isaac Dams, and into the game number 6, Dario Fermani, and we got 19 back in.
Yep.
Yeah, Guilherme Montenegro Givaldo. Oh, nice save. Little bit forward, Guilherme. Colin Mini. Royal Bay here. Lots of crunching tackle. Chance for the Ravens back post. Oh! Oh, that was a great ball across goal. Dangerous spot, 6 or 7 yards out. Knocked over the bar.
the attacker in between the two center backs there. Definitely
well
the best
done.
chance. Definitely
Yeah.
the best chance of the game.
One lonely fan cheering "Let's go Reynolds." I think that was down there, Gary.
Yep, it was
One of the
Short-lived.
moms. One of the moms.
short-lived. Look at that. I think that Burnaby's up goalie stopped 3 penalties over there.
You know, unfortunately we can't give you the names of the Royal Bay backline here, but they've done a fantastic job as well. We should say we spent a lot of time talking about Tevin Williams for Reynolds, who's been very solid in the back, not only this game all tournament, but the Royal Bay backline. Number 4, Jacob Thomas, I believe he's
Yep.
back there, Gary. Yeah,
He's been very steady all tournament.
yeah, sort of the complete, you know, just the Royal Bay version of Williams for Reynolds here.
Yeah, wins a lot in the air, loud, vocal. What you expect from a center back, really.
Yeah. Your prototypical big, strong center back. Royal Bay here, forward now, opportunity. Mateo Henry. Little overlap. Ball's knocked in back post. No, Zuchida able to get there. Just ahead of the Royal Bay. Raven. And these kids they probably know each other quite well, Gary, from club as well.
Yeah, I'm not sure which how the club and the academy systems work out on the island right now. But them being quite close to one another, they've it's got to be a good little rivalry growing over there.
Reynolds over by the University of Victoria on Mackenzie. Royal Bay on Ryder Hedgedale Way, Gary. Gary, do you know who Ryder Hedgedale was?
Nope.
Oh, here's a chance for... you know what? Uchini did a really good job there.
Yeah. A lot of goalies go forward with that.
Yeah.
He saw there's the attacker coming at him, and he's not taking a chance there of it ricocheting off
Did
him.
very
And
well just to angle his foot out to that ball. Didn't have a chance to ricochet. That's going to be a corner kick. As I was saying there, Gary, Ryder Hedgedale, one of the most famous Canadian cyclists.
oh,
Won the Giro d'Italia. He participated in the Tour de France several times. So they named a street after him because he's from Victoria.
that's fantastic. There you go. Learn something new every day.
As teachers, Gary, educators, we're lifelong learners, buddy.
That's the goal. That is the goal.
I can't tell you why Mackenzie's named Mackenzie, though. Alexander Mackenzie?
Yeah.
Maybe. Burnaby South has defeated Argyle over there in penalty kicks. Here's a ball knocked in back post. Uchida, it's all up in the air here still. Bouncing. Oh, what a save! Dangerous ball in the box here. Poor Royal Bay. What a save by number 17 of the Roadrunner. It's Aiden Ryder. Just talking about Ryder Hedgedale. Aiden on his bike there to make that potential game-saving stop there, Gary.
Yeah, that was destined for the back of the net and out of nowhere, really.
As we've mentioned, Royal Bay have been very dangerous on set pieces. Corner, they've scored a number of header goals, corner kicks, free kicks, that sort of thing in this tournament. So sometimes you just get the ball in the mix and get things happen. You get a bounce, you get a misplay by the defending team, and get that opportunity to put it in. But certainly Uchida owes.
Oh, another ball.
He owes Ryder Henry a white spot burger on the ferry today if they end up winning this title.
I think that all kind of started though with that a bit of a soft back pass, and Royal Bay got into the attacking third, won a couple of corners.
Yeah. This ball's not done yet. Here's Hallam. Ooh!
Oh.
Just wide, that ball.
You can see that the Suns now, I think, has a slight effect on the Reynolds defenders as you hear them shouting, no bounce, no bounce, but they just can't track some of the punts coming from the Royal Bay end there.
A dangerous chance there for Hallam, who, as you've mentioned, Gary, has been pushed up a little higher. Certainly been around the ball here a little more in the second half. We played 15 minutes here in the second half, Gary. 20 to go. BC AAA Boys High School Provincial Championship game. I'm Brent Sweeney here with Gary Atwell. All Island battle, all Victoria battle between the Royal Bay Ravens and the Reynolds Roadrunners. Uchida for Reynolds, going to bring that into his box. He has the opportunity to use his hands. I'm confident with his feet though all game. And they'll look to play again. Should have brought my jacket up to the tower, Gary. I'm getting a little
the wind
cold
has
here.
picked up here, yeah.
That's a strong ball. Ooh, the keeper's off his line here. 15 for Reynolds. Just unable to get on the end of that. Jacob Rigolet.
This game's definitely starting to open up now. Some tired legs as you move into the 50th minute here, right? So, again, the 5th game in 3 days. It's not like most provincial championships where you play 1 game a day. Like in a basketball provincial championship, you'll have your 1 game playing.
You certainly need the depth and
luck, really.
Yes. Well, bit of pace here from Royal Bay. There's Williams now. Nice turn. That ball is out of play. Throw in deep in. Well, it looks like we might have a long throw here as they're bringing one of their strikers across here for Royal Bay. Players are starting in deep position. So dangerous spot for a long throw here, Gary. Almost like a corner kick. Reynolds now playing the defensive game with almost all of their players back. Oh, back post directly on target. Uchida did well to corral that header. Might get another Tim in you, Gary, there. Tim Horton's not one of our sponsors, but we do have a couple sponsors here, Gary, that we'd like to mention. BC Dairy and Uber. Strong BC School Sports sponsors, BC Dairy. Oh my goodness, we're going to have an own goal.
Oh no, wow.
Oh my goodness. An own goal from really nowhere. Just a missed kick by the center back from Royal Bay.
That's a direct,
over the top of Sanchez. That ball.
That's a direct ball from the back line. I think it came out of nothing. Just a ball forward.
And we have our first lead in the game. The Reynolds Roadrunners on the strength of an own goal.
I think that's own goal's 3rd of the tournament so far.
OG has 2.
Oh, 2.
OG has 2.
It's unlucky, but Royal Bay is definitely not out of this. They were getting forward a fair bit there,
They're gonna have to push now.
Yep.
As they've had success doing though, a late goal against Argyle to win, a late goal against McMath
to draw,
to tie, and they'll be looking for that now here. Hallam now for Reynolds, ball knocked across. Keeper.
Yeah, they definitely got it in them to come back. They've got experience with that. They needed that late goal against McMath just to get through their group.
Certainly one that Royal Bay would like back. Just a missed kick that unfortunately went over the head of the goalie. That ball I think was knocked forward by Williams from Reynolds. Didn't look like he was going to mount to much, but ended up in the back of the net.
Yeah, just unfortunate really. That happens again is probably dealt with a lot better, unfortunately for a little bit, just wrong time for that to come off the center back's foot like that. But there's plenty of time left. We've still got 17 minutes to go.
Yeah, we're just halfway through the second half here. $16 to go now. That's a great opportunity here perhaps for Royal Bay. Number 7, Nolan Thompson forward here. That ball Ball still in. Good, well spotted by Martinello. Perhaps a dig from distance here. Not quite all of it on that. Machida going to take it.
Might be a bit early
Waste
too.
a couple seconds here. Yeah, I think perhaps a little early. Got still 15 to go here. Williams got to knock this ball forward. It's well done by Hallam. He's avoided what are probably two fouls to get that ball across, and it is in the net. That's a great bit of work by Hallam there.
On number
Goal
12.
finished by Daniel Emery. A great cross. He looked like he was fouled twice there. Advantage played by Miskin. A fantastic ball across, and Emery did very, very well to get his left foot on that off the post and in.
Good little finish there.
We've got a 2-0 lead now for the Roadrunners.
Got to really give it to Hallam there to battle through those two tackles.
That was a fantastic bit of work there by Hallam.
Right here, Royal Bay going to 3 in the back.
Yeah, it's all down to it now. They need to push bodies forward. They need to create some offense, create some chances to get themselves back in this game.
That's a little bit of class right there, I'd say.
That was a nice goal. Gary, I think that's one of the nicest goals we've seen in the tournament here, to be honest. We talked about Hallam just being a little bit more on the front foot in this half, and certainly there. Received that ball probably 40 yards from goal.
Got by two
did
players.
a great job.
Got by two players, and in a dangerous ball.
Cut that ball towards goal, and then cut it back. Move towards goal, and then cut it back. In a spot where only his player was going to be able to get it, Gary. And he did well. Emery did fantastic to get his foot on that and double their advantage. The screaming child below us here.
And Brent's dipping into the Timbits now as well. Tim Hortons could be a sponsor actually with the amount of coffee and
donuts we've had this week.
We're
going to turn into a Timbit, I think. Round score. Here's Hallam again forward for Reynolds. So mentioning our sponsors there before, I think it was the first Reynolds goal.
Yeah, we were mid-sentence there, weren't we?
We've had an exciting couple minutes here. BC Dairy, proud to support BC School Sports. They're dedicated to supporting student athletes across the province and building lasting relationships within their communities. No foul there. 1-on-4 though for Machida needs to get back in his goal here. Williams, nice bit of work there. And that's going to be a foul. They've seen a couple of Uber signs around the field here as well. Uber, a new sponsor for BC School Sports. Introducing Uber Teen accounts. They've got a promotion on right now where if you sign up for Uber Teen accounts, you can receive 60% off your next 3 rides using the promo code BC Teen Fall 23. BC Teen Fall in caps. The three students that use the most will be eligible to win up to $800 in prizes. So BC Teen Fall 23, a new sponsor for BC School Sports and a new initiative from Uber. Three in the back here clearly now for Royal Bay as they've moved at least another body up front. And
it looks like Hallam's sitting a little bit deeper as well. Like at this point, you're protecting a 2-goal lead with about 12 minutes to go in the gold medal game. You gotta
no need to be.
You don't need the third. You don't need the third right now. You want to keep that clean sheet, and you don't necessarily need 2 more.
No, Do not. It's like one of our more experienced referees, Takio House, maybe coming over to be the fourth official, or just see the sun gleaming off his bald head over there.
That's interesting to be entering the field of this stage of the game.
Long throw here, 4 upcoming for Royal Bay. See if they can do something with this opportunity. Didn't quite get all of it on that.
Yeah,
unfortunately, but now he's going to get a chance to cross it in. That's a dangerous ball. Back post. Ooh. Well done.
Royal Bay's had a couple of good looks. You know, they had that one chance where they put it over the bar for sure.
Yeah, another one that was Ryder. This is Reynolds. I know. Did I give the wrong one? No, Aiden Ryder, sorry. Yeah. Aiden Ryder made the nice save at 0-0 off that scramble
that's
corner kick. We might see Williams pick up his third caution here. He has no rush to take this.
Yeah.
No rush to take this this goal kick. Some tactical usage of from time there as we enter just under 10 minutes to go here. BC AAA boys final.
I'm sure they discuss in the tactical sessions
in the classroom.
Yeah.
Finishing the game as we describe it. Be a little early to go to the corner here. 10 minutes to go. That's a long time to see the game out. Just got a message from Stephen Burns there. Make sure we want to say hello. He wasn't here, be able to be here after the game just to say hello to JJ Atterbury for him.
Said it.
Oh, that's a nice bit of work here for the Ravens. That ball knocked in back post. Oh, it's still. Oh. Just a scrambling ball, bouncing ball.
It's definitely a game of bounces here, and
Royal Bay has not had the ball bounce their way there. That one, Uchida caught sort of in no man's land, and the ball bounced towards the Reynolds defender as opposed to the Royal Bay striker number 7 there, Nolan Thompson, as he was unable to get anything on target. 8 minutes left here, 62nd minute of the game. The substitution for Reynolds, number 6, has departed Dario Fermani. And it looks like number...
First touch of the game.
First touch of the game for number 8, Isaac Dams. He's back in. It's going to be a Reynolds throw.
That's something that over the years Reynolds has had a real strong ability to bring in numbers. Players off the bench can come and step right in.
Yeah. Yeah, they're definitely a deep squad. Uchida here with his left foot. A little mistake here now. It's a good bit of defending to get back. Well done there. Well done there by Mateo Henry. Work here is 14, knocking that ball across. Jonathan Ackerman. Howland forward. Plays wide. Howland, he's just going to want to keep that ball down in the corner. That looked to be like a Reynolds throw, but what do I know?
Yeah, well, we're only 100 yards away.
87 yards away.
Yeah, 87 exactly. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah. Just a sandwich.
You know, like Callum's taking the responsibility upon himself now to just find the ball and dribble to the corners.
Yes.
Traveled about 40 yards again with that one. That's unlucky.
Poor touch there, unlucky.
You can kind of sense that Royal Bay's feeling that last bit of pressure here. They got 5 minutes to go to find 2 goals. Got to start with 1.
That is how it works.
Yep. There's no 2-pointer in this game, right? You want to find one here early enough that gives you that time to at least put the numbers forward and get that second one.
Yeah, the goals scored here, and we had an own goal to give Reynolds the lead. And then an absolute cracker that was finished by Daniel Emery on a great cross from
Nice bit of work from Hallam leading up
Nick
to it.
Hallam. Reynolds looking for their third provincial title here. Foul conceded by Royal Bay. I do see the tables. Free kick here for the Roadrunners. Almaty knocking that ball in the back post, and it's in.
Third.
We've got three. Number 18, Jude Riddle Mate, on a free kick from Farrell Agmadi, has given the Reynolds Roadrunners a 3-0 lead, and Gary, that has probably sealed their third provincial title at the AAA boys level.
Yeah, 3.5, I think is what you would call it. The Coastal Championship. So it's almost a three-peat. Almost a third goal for the three-peat.
4 minutes to play here now. Reynolds with a 3-0 lead.
I think Royal Bay's gonna get a lot of their guys the experience of the final here.
Yeah, some substitutions being made here
Yeah.
by the Ravens.
And you really gotta like that all the kids are getting an opportunity to at least see the field now and
The final here, yeah.
the final, right?
Reynolds on the strength of 3 second-half goals here. Lead late in the BC AAA Boys Championship final, 3-0 now. Own goal, Emery and Riddle Mate have been the three goal scorers here for the Roadrunners. Royal Bay knocking that ball forward. Another free kick here now for Reynolds. In a dangerous spot. Marty, I think you might have a dig from distance here, Gary.
He's got confidence right now. You're up 3 in a provincial final. It looks like Williams wanted to have a look at it, actually.
Yeah, Williams saying, maybe I want to have a chance at this one here. And Marty says, nope, this is me. Looks like about an 8-yard wall, though, for a miskin. He's got short legs, I guess. Left footer. And it'll be wide of the target. Williams telling his teammate, hey, I could hit him better than that.
Yep. And the team was like, yep, nah, maybe.
Yeah.
But that was a coaching decision. You gotta put that on the coaches there.
Yes,
Yeah.
JJ, Coach McDonald over there.
And we
Some
got a
substitutions
sub
here,
there for Reynolds here. High fives on the bench for the goals for the goal scorer, second goal scorer there.
2 minutes to play here now, plus any added time. Don't see Miskin adding much, though, in this half. There's been no injuries, and Miskin's going to get a little bit of an injury here. Aiden Ryder now down for Reynolds. Took a bit of a kick there.
Timbits are also in a dangerous position.
They're in a dangerous position. Right beside me.
I'm sure at this point the teammates are like, we're about a minute away. Looks like Coach Adbury's got a sub ready to go.
Looks like he's okay. He's going to shake that off.
Yeah,
Sub happening anyway here. We've entered the final, minute of added time. Well done to Aiden Ryder. A huge save earlier when the game was 0-0 from Aiden Ryder there. He'll make his way across around the back of the field here. Got number 5 in now. Kutaru Murakami. Harkert Dillon also in front of us here. He was one of the earlier subs. We've reached the end of regulation time. Miskin,
like we
again, probably a minute here.
For that last injury there.
Reynolds about to become the 2023 BC AAA Boys High School Provincial Champions. Their 3rd ever title. Coach Atterbury's back-to-back.
What, 3 in 6 years now?
Yeah, Royal Bay though. Hats off to them
Maybe
for
7?
A fantastic season. Second place on the island. Second place in provincials here. A silver medal, which will sting for sure right now, but a great achievement for the boys and for their school here. Their first ever title game that they've made a part of.
It's a big part of the growth, right? You can't always just come in and win it on your first crack. So
for sure. This could be it here. The ball knocked in. Going to be wide of the net. Miskin will check his watch. Not done yet, though. I think perhaps as this ball gets knocked in the air, and there's the final whistle. And the Reynolds Roadrunners are your BC AAA Boys High School Provincial Soccer Champions in 2023. It's a great second half performance, Gary, to overcome really what was, or just to break that game wide open.
Yeah, it's unlucky though. It's unlucky the way it happened for Royal Bay in that first one goal, but after that they really got moving forward. A bit of brilliance from Hallam in that first goal, and then off the set piece for the third.
Sometimes it takes a chance like that or a break in a game, and certainly Reynolds got that, and then the full value for the other 2 goals that they were able to score in the second half. So congratulations to the Reynolds Roadrunners, BC AAA Boys High School Provincial Champs in